What was your take? Were you able to get a couple of takeaways from different things and stuff like that?
Yes, I did. Actually, unlike Lorena, I felt Nikki Haley was a bit petty and too catty in it. And if you're going to be the top person that's going to lead America and the world, that pettiness came about. I didn't see her as a leader. Believe it or not, the winner for me was DeSantis. He came a little more balanced. He was trying to do the smile. I don't know if anyone realized that. There was like a smile happening, right? There was a little bit, but he came up with good points. Yeah. Vivek was he wanted to be neutral, which kind of hurt him because it was a mixed message.
Is he looking a little overwhelmed, or at least this time around? When you see him there, almost as a younger man who is coming across at this very moment as being overwhelmed by either the company, the moment, something is making him coming across as a young man who's not necessarily mature.
I think from the last debate, he was accused of just being, he was like shooting from the hips. I think it was that. And he wanted to unify. I want to unify. This is about America. He was putting America first. Great message, but it wasn't clear and direct enough. And because it was so catty, I think the whole debate for me was a mess because people were talking over each other, and at one point it was almost like a joke, and in the end, I didn't see it to bring any value. There was no value. We were talking about curtains and all this craziness, that Nikki Haley was talking about the curtains in the house when she got there from Obama, and it was like a lot of little petty things that didn't bring what they were bringing to America. And Christie it's and them having him on the stage also takes away from it. What's the point of him being on the stage? What is he at 2%? I was reading something like he's at 2%. It's like the milk. Chances are you're not going to get really fat drinking a 2% milk.
He should be drinking a lot of 2%
He should be,
milk.
but the point is that he didn't bring any value, and he was trying to be funny about Trump. We all know Trump is the runner, and when it was asked for me, the only thing when it was asked about when Vivek asked about being the VP, I think on that stage it would be a better Vivek Trump VP. He's just not going to accept it right now, but I think that would be a better collaboration with vision and being
they align. But you think he'll actually take it?
I don't know if he will take it.
I think that when the moment comes, it's a lot.
I was thinking, who prepared for that? It's like Nikki.
It's a big difference, and I'm going to, as a matter of fact, I'm going to make a statement about the Democrat side that whoever wants to argue, in their own side. But for some of us that absolutely believe in this idea that this country is housing still concepts of freedom, fairness, American dream possibilities, you know what I mean? I'm a guy that enjoys symbolism, right? So just to watch the whole thing was just impressive, beautiful.
Precisely because of that, didn't you think that I was expecting a better debate? Precisely because of the venue, right. I am like, this is going to be killer. And I think it's almost like disrespectful to the venue.
To the location.
By the way, they didn't talk about anything that, not a lot of the points that they talked about was actually relevant to, what affecting.
How about we talk about
today?
What DeSantis was able to do this time around, and he does a phenomenal job whenever he gets into talking about policies, right? Not only what we've done out of the state of Florida, but here's what we are thinking about doing. He is very clear about policies. That personality-wise, he still, struggles on terms of, and he is this one guy, and man, this governor. The governor from California, right? It's like, listen, this is
like a Chandler smile.
This governor of California already labeled DeSantis as a reluctant candidate running for president. He said, I think he was pressured. Gavin Newsom, right? What
the hell was he doing there, though?
But he's so let me tell you what my theory is.
That was his state.
Let me tell you what my theory is, right? So
In-N-Out Burger.
Look what's actually happening. Look what's actually happening with everybody else, right? By everybody else contesting Donald Trump, at the time that Donald Trump is getting hit with a baseball left and right with everything, I mean, this man is being hit.
Yeah.
They throwing
They're about to
everything
go
against
after
him.
his
They
money.
throwing at him not only the kitchen sink, they throwing the whole kitchen at him. You know what I mean? And so this would have been a moment where everybody would have, if everybody would have just rallied around and say, I am not running because I don't agree with what's going on with this man. I don't agree with what's taking place with her. Let the course of investigations go the way they're supposed to go. But at this point, it's clear that the rule of law is not being applied to both families equally, right? What Newsom ended up doing was, and he's laughing, smiling. He's got a phenomenal personality.
Yeah.
This is this
a lot
guy.
of
This
star
guy
power.
has a Bill Clinton quality that people don't understand. You know what I mean? It's like he's going to their territory, to hostile territory. He's sitting with Hannity,
Yes.
Sean Hannity, and he's like calling Sean Hannity, calling Pinocchio. He's going like, "Stop lying, Henry." It's not like, and he's like, "Tell me, under any circumstances,
Will you
will you
run?"
run?" And he's like, "What are you talking about? No." It's like,
Yeah.
listen, I don't.
So
no.
he's taking a picture
So-
of the Santis book.
So what he's doing is he's creating a contrast or loyalty.